Okay, so this is like what I have so far of just like some random like BS buildings that I've made. I've have like three really poorly done like buildings, and you're probably wondering, oh, why are the entrances for the character this big? Well, because the car itself is this big. So what I had planned was that I'm just gonna move the building at this point because I forgot that I didn't switch layers because the car is in this layer and it has no wheels because I haven't connected it yet. But pretty much the the car is supposed to be on like as big as the door itself, so it can go in and then it changes scene and then you're bam inside the building. I tried to make it where the car would kind of fit all the doors, and it kind of does except this one, but because like the perspective is a little different, so pretty much like it barely fits. But because the like perspective is supposed to be like, hey, like this building's a little farther away, you can pretty much like it'll make the like car smaller to match with the perspective, right? And I don't know I think this was supposed to be a grocery store, but like cars don't eat, and like the character that you play as isn't even really a character. It's a whole as like no, not Chrysler. Well, yeah, Chrysler Town and Country, or I guess the Plymouth Voyager. I don't know why I chose those cars out of like every other car in the world, but I switched to this, right? This is how I'm making the game, right? Like it's some like super like generic like game uh game engine. I'm kidding. This game engine has been like, you know, it's been helpful throughout my entire like dev journey. Pretty much I don't got much, right? And we can show it out. We can show it off like right now. This computer doesn't really have a battery anymore because well, I tried replacing the keyboard. Like it looks pretty much different, but like now like I messed up with the battery, so the only way that it can turn on is pretty much if I always have a charge. Because look at the little signal right there, right? This signal signifies that like it doesn't want to like stay on. I mean that doesn't make sense either, but none of this makes sense. Anyway, yeah, this is kind of like my test levels so far. It's really not anything special, right? I got the van moving and all that. And I make this button like open like this door, and then like you can choose curtain number one or curtain number two. I choose curtain number two. It does nothing, but you go back, you choose curtain number one. Okay, so that was supposed to explode the entire like scene, like that would have just ended the game right there. But I didn't really implement that yet, but that's gonna be a feature of the game, a very underrated feature of the game, if I will. And then you press this, and dialogue shows up in this really cool font. It's like, "Hi guys, shut the Heliante up," and and my friend has been saying like Heliante for like the past like couple days, and I'm just like, bro, what the Heliante? And then like you press this, and it continues the dialogue. It's like, what the fuck am I doing here? And then like the dialogue ends, and then now you can't move, right? Because this is a conveyor belt, but to, like jump like this, and like you're technically like moving backwards. Now, in my previous computer, it was like you had the ability to like there was a bug where like you can pretty much like climb like this wall by just jumping and pressing like the back arrow, like what I'm doing here. But it's a new computer. It works a little. No, not, it's an old computer. It works differently, which is really good to know. Um, yeah, there's not really much like progress really. Um, this is like a really just scuffed like test level and all that, but it's it gets the job done. I'm no artist in any way. I'm not even a like whole game designer at this point either. I just like making like stupid stuff like this, and I might not even stick with this project. You know, I was feeling inspired until like I started like actually writing down what the game was. And in fact, I even have a little notebook of what pretty much the game was about. So, oh my gosh, this fan, you can barely even read it. I'm trying to figure out a way where it can be somewhat readable. But yeah, the concept was supposed to be like the world is yours and everything is interactive, which is really stupid and ambitious. Like, and I just realized that I kind of erased a little bit of this. I'll fix that later. But yeah, stupid, especially for a beginner developer, because like who am I to be like, yo, I'm going to like change the world and like make this game where you can interact with it's such a stupid mistake that I keep making where I'm like, yeah, it's like you're supposed to like create like really unique experiences, but you make them too ambitious to where like it's not really feasible to make in like a certain amount of time. So it's like, you know what, whatever, right? And then the main goal really was to escape Detroit by any means necessary. Now I don't know who in the world would think that this looks like Detroit. This looks, the only thing that looks kind of Detroitish, not even, is like the gas station, but like no, it's not really like anywhere near Detroit either. I didn't do much research on pretty much anything, and I wrote a little bit of like I guess, what is it called, like little things, like I guess alternate endings, like how you can escape Detroit, which is I guess build up wealth to where you can afford to move out. And pretty much the mechanic of that is like, oh, some of these buildings you can like work at and all that, and like build enough like money to where you can like move out of Detroit. Really stupid idea. The other one is become president and rebuild Detroit to become livable. Now you see how stupid that idea is. It's like I have like 3 years of experience, and I'm really thinking like, yeah, I can make a home mechanic where like you can like become president and like, you know, just somehow like turn this into a city build. That's so freaking dumb. I can't do that. I can do that. It's just too much effort, and why do this for like my debut game, right? And then destroyed Detroit. So remember, hold up, let's refresh our minds for a little bit, right? So remember this curtain number one, yeah, that was supposed to be like destroyed Detroit, which is why I write that there. Now, you know, full note, I love Detroit. I would never like want to destroy Detroit, because like Detroit's awesome, and you can sneak out of Detroit too, which was supposed to be, you know, like it turns this game into kind of like a really bad Metal Gear Solid clone. Um, yeah, I don't know. There is some like I've been like writing so much stuff about this game, and like honestly, like the ideas that I had for this game literally like equated to nothing. So you know, we're not really gonna do much about that. But yeah, that's pretty much like what my progress really looks like. I'm going to actually end up scrapping this entire project because like it's not a great concept to begin with. It's messy all over the place. And I'm just gonna end up creating another game. Look at this beautiful wallpaper, bro. But yeah, if you guys really enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. I don't know why I decided to record this on my 3DS, but like, you know, I was just bored. I